The 2025 BRICS Summit in Rio de Janeiro marked a turning point for the bloc of emerging economies, from calls for reforming outdated global institutions to reducing reliance on the US dollar. The summit was packed with powerful statements, political undertones, and strategic proposals. Expansion of BRICS. Leaders of the BRICS nations welcomed Indonesia as a full member of the group, alongside the inclusion of 10 countries: Belarus, Bolivia, Kazakhstan, Nigeria, Malaysia, Thailand, Cuba, Vietnam, Uganda, and Uzbekistan as partner countries. With this expansion, the group now represents 45% of the world's population and 35% of global GDP. The expanded membership gives the bloc a wider geographic footprint and a louder voice in global decision making. Push for global governance reforms. A central theme this year was the urgent call to reform global institutions like the United Nations Security Council, the IMF, the World Bank, and the WTO. BRICS leaders argued that these bodies are outdated and don't reflect today's multipolar reality. India's strong message on terrorism. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivered one of the summit's most powerful speeches, referring to the April 22nd terror attack in Pahalgam that killed 26 civilians. He called it an assault on humanity. He urged nations to act decisively against those who support or fund terrorism and warned against applying double standards. This was widely seen as a veiled criticism of China's vetoes at the UN. Support for the Global South and responsible AI. India also pushed for more support to the Global South in terms of climate finance and access to technology. PM Modi proposed creating a joint science and research repository for BRICS nations. He also emphasized responsible AI development, urging a balance between innovation and regulation. Xi and Putin skipped the summit. In a surprising move, both Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin were absent. Xi in particular missed his first BRICS summit since 2012, citing scheduling conflicts. But both leaders had already met key BRICS leaders earlier in the year. Internal divisions within BRICS. Despite a united front, divisions within the bloc were evident. While Russia and China push anti-West messaging, India and Brazil, with strong US ties, were uncomfortable going too far. Even on tariffs imposed by Trump, a topic that should have united the group, consensus was difficult. Similarly, divisions emerged on how to handle the Gaza war and Iran strikes. Trump's retaliation. Hours after the summit, Donald Trump, now back in campaign mode, issued a warning. He threatened to impose an additional 10% tariff on any nation aligning with what he called anti-American BRICS policies. He accused BRICS of turning into a rival economic axis and vowed to protect American interests. The statement signaled how seriously the US views the bloc's rise. The 2025 BRICS Summit made one thing clear: the Global South is no longer content with being a spectator. It wants a seat at the table and the power to shape the global agenda.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.